If you're searching for life balance, you've got to watch this video. Hey grown-ups, it's Carol again. If you're here for the first time, welcome. And if you're a day one grown-up, welcome back. I hope everyone is getting through this week and not under any stress, because I know a lot of us have a number of responsibilities and commitments to see through, and I'm no different. So this week, I wanted to focus on 5 ways to balance your life, because a lot of times we get carried away with work and numerous things going on around us, and we forget to maintain some equilibrium. Some of these tips you may have heard before, others may be brand new and interesting to you, and you may feel led to implement them into your life. So first, let's look at the aspects of our lives that need to be in sync in order to create that well-balanced life. And I really want you guys to bear with me, because I'm not preaching like I'm perfect. I'm actually learning as we go along with this YouTube journey together. So here we go. So we have the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of our life that we have to nurture in order to flourish. Each of these components is key to establishing balanced well-being. If we focus on only one or two and neglect the others, we'll find that things just don't quite seem to come together right for us. Something feels off, and it will require introspection for us to reset and bring things back in order. Each aspect is important, no one more than the other, and it is through addressing each one that we will truly find that balance. I'm going to give you 5 ways I balance my life. So first, let's look at the physical, because self-care is a primary activity for preserving yourself in the physical sense. Treating yourself to a spa day can make a world of difference in your life and emphasize to you the importance of taking good care of yourself in order to be able to serve others. In other words, you have to be selfish in order to be selfless. Very often, especially when I have a fast day, I take time to pamper myself, and I might give myself a facial or a massage after I shower, or wash and deep condition my hair, maybe soak my feet, or give myself a pedicure, probably do a body scrub. Whatever the activity or treatment, I see to it that I take good care of myself. And I hope that you will find ways to take care of yourself. For the mental aspect, my number one go-to is reading. Not reading websites or tweets, but actually reading a book. Reading mentally stimulates your brain and helps you with reasoning and rationality. The mental stimulation also helps with problem solving and enables you to build your vocabulary and skills in verbal expression. Reading opens up so many different worlds to the reader and adds perspective to an otherwise closed mind on a countless number of topics. With perspective, we tend to be less judgmental of others, thus freeing up our headspace for more meaningful mental activities. And I'm talking about reading here, not audiobooks. If I was going for a long drive and wanted to be occupied while driving, I would probably listen to an audiobook. But there's just something about your eyes connecting with words, especially on paper, that ignites the brain. I've been doing my best to incorporate even 10 pages of reading into my daily routine. And for this year, I've read through quite a few titles, and last month I completed The Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, who surprisingly, by the end of the book I found out was of Jamaican descent. Currently I'm on Atomic Habits by James Clear, And my son actually completed this one faster than I did. He found it fascinating and he just couldn't put it down. Admittedly, though, I've been struggling a bit for the last few weeks with my reading goals due to having a lot on my plate. But I'm committed to getting back on track because balance is a key to life, and I'm committed to living my best life at this stage in my life journey. Other mental stimulation activities include crossword puzzles, which are not really my favorite, but if I'm on a flight and it might be at the back of an airline magazine, I might do 1 and 2. Sudoku, which is a great numbers game, really enjoy that. You can also learn a new skill, like probably learn to play a musical instrument or learn a new language or something like that. Because there are so many ways to stimulate our brain, but oftentimes we go down the social media rabbit hole, don't we all? Soaking up lots of nonsense on social media, and as a result, you may have challenges just remaining focused. It's something I really need to examine more closely and make a conscious effort to curb, and I'm sure I'm not alone. Now let's look at the emotional component. This was a toss-up for me as to what I would feature as my best activity to enhance emotional balance, because I was juggling between journaling and guarding your thoughts, but overall journaling won, because journaling for me acts as a catharsis of sorts. I'm not as consistent with it as I would like to be. Sometimes you have some time constraints, but I make a conscious effort when something great happens that I'd like to capture as a moment in time for later reference, or when something goes completely wrong and I just want to release it, just let it go. So although keeping my thoughts focused on the positive is an excellent habit to establish, I'm human, and it isn't healthy to bottle up whatever negative thoughts I may be having or simply divert my attention to something else, because the issue, whatever it may be, remains unresolved. So sometimes actually writing it down can be a way to help me work through it and find a way to some resolve. It's healthy to write, and far more healthy than putting all your business on social media. So for me, I write. I may even write a song, like this one.
With every mark and every scar, hashtag no filter, beautiful you are.
Or this one.
Girl, I know my opposite in the book, but I can't get you off my mind.
Or even this one. Yep, I wrote all those songs, and I'll leave links in the description below for you guys to hear the full songs if you so desire. So all of that is just to say that writing can inspire creativity, because you never know, you might just have a song or a book or two inside you. So just write. On the spiritual side, in my opinion, nothing beats meditation. Sitting quietly with your own thoughts is a way to connect with yourself on a deeper level, and also connect with a higher power, if you believe in one. For some, this may be prayer. For others, it's just being in silence and appreciating the sounds of nature. And for others still, it may be a gratitude exercise where you reflect upon a few people, things, or circumstances you're grateful for and feel an immense sense of joy and fulfillment from it all. I exercise a combination of these three activities at any given time. As an only child, I have no qualms whatsoever observing my own thoughts and sitting in absolute silence. Quietude and being alone are two scenarios that do not scare me at all. In fact, I look forward to moments alone, especially since my life is so busy dealing with husband, son, my son's band, my house responsibilities, meetings, studies, my sorority responsibilities, etc. It is a lot. And I cherish waking up extra early before my morning exercise and daily routine to take in the quiet of the morning and just breathe and give thanks. I greet my day with joyful anticipation, and I'm thankful for every single breath. So you may be wondering, how come there are 4 components to a balanced life, yet in the beginning I offered 5 ways that I balance my life? Well, my last activity is one which encompasses all 4 components, and you can use it to kill multiple birds with one stone. That activity is movement. Notice I didn't say exercise, I said movement. Exercise is indeed important, but sometimes when we term it as exercise, we think of it as a chore and something else to do to add to the to-do list. Whereas if we just think of it as just keeping ourselves in motion, then we'll find fun things we enjoy to make our body move. With this, there are so many options, but for me, I walk. I've found so much joy in just simply walking. My husband and I, we walk for hours, literally hours every day. And the duration is long now because of the marathon training, but even before deciding to do the marathon for my 50th birthday, we started walking in the mornings. It started off as just half an hour every morning, and I'm sure that even after the marathon in December, it will continue to be a regular routine. Because walking for me is like therapy, we get to explore nature, get some sun in our eyes and some vitamin D, and we chat and we laugh and we have spirited discussions. And there are also many other ways you can get movement in. Even just 20 minutes in a day is helpful, and it's a great start. So you can dance, run, do yoga, learn martial arts, go to the gym, and going to the gym is not one of my favorites, right? So I find other ways to stay active, but there are those who love it, so do what you do. You can take the stairs, ride a bike, do some gardening, or even housework. Any activity that encourages movement is excellent for your bones, joints, blood circulation, and so on. So right there, with all those benefits that I just mentioned, you are enhancing the physical. Movement also clears and relaxes your mind, but at the same time, it charges and energizes you. So it also affects the mental. And if it's something you enjoy emotionally, it will fulfill you. And if it's an activity that connects you with nature, that is most certainly connecting you to the spiritual. Make sure that your movement is enjoyable. Don't feel a way if you have to do it alone, but it might be beneficial to have a partner. And do your best also to involve the kids. Kids love activity. Kids love being active. Get them involved, and that will also motivate you to go out and get what you have to get done. So there you have it. 5 ways I balance my life. And as usual, I hope this helps, motivates, or inspires someone. Bye, grown-ups. Until next time, take care.